All right, y'all, welcome back. Today we're reacting to another Kevin Samuels moment where the truth hit a little too hard.
What's going on, Raven?
Hi,
Hey,
Kevin, how are you?
I am well. What
Hi.
what you got for me?
Yeah, I have a question for you actually. I wanted to know if you would be able to explain to me why is it that um most men, not all, have a feminine quality to them.
Okay.
And I do know I hear a lot of guys say that, females have this masculine energy as well. But I would
hmm
like to know, do you have an answer for that?
Yes. Yes. How old are you?
I'm 38.
38. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. So if you've been hanging around my channel, you know that 8 out of 10 black children are raised by their mother.
Right.
Okay. So 8 out of 10 black men are raised by mama. The
Hmm.
first time they encounter a masculine presence is usually in authority because there are not a lot of black male school teachers. So in their developmental years in daycare and elementary, you don't see a lot of male elementary teachers, do you? The first time they encounter men tends to be junior high or high school, and that tends to be some sort of athletics coach. If a guy doesn't get into athletics, the first time he's
Hmm.
going to see male role models tends to be late in his academic life. So he's raised around a lot of women. Okay, in the schools today, there's no more recess. So boys are actually in the classrooms taught to sit and conduct themselves like girls. Boys aren't allowed to go out and run, tear up stuff, and stink because it's looked
Right.
at toxic masculinity. Okay, then you see the average
Hmm.
mother. The average mother wants to keep her son safe, so she's not going to
Hmm.
put her son in martial arts, anything that's going to get him bumped and bruised. Do you have any friends that have
Right.
children?
Yes, I do.
And do they have boys?
Yes.
Do
Boys
they
and
have
girls.
do you have any
Hmm.
friends that have boys and girls?
Yeah.
I guarantee you
Yes.
they treat their I guarantee you they baby their boys, and if you ask the boy and the girl, I guarantee the daughter is like she's easy on him.
Hmm.
Yep. They baby their boys.
That is true. And
So
even from my own, I guess from my own background
hmm,
with my brother and being raised as my mom was a single
hmm,
parent, and
hmm.
I have brothers and sisters, and she always treated my brother like her baby,
Hmm.
like that. So
Was he
I
older
get
or
it.
younger than you?
He's younger.
Did you resent that?
When I was younger, I did.
Yes,
I
I
did.
know.
I
I,
really
I
felt like, oh my
know.
gosh, like she treated him like, you
I
know,
know. I've sat
he could
down
do
and
no
counseled
wrong.
many women with this. And see,
Hmm.
they're compensating with their boys. And here's
Hmm.
the other thing, and they're not doing it on purpose. See,
Hmm.
your mother is trying to make sure that you can protect yourself and defend yourself and not need no man because it's rough out here. She didn't tell you to
Right.
go become somebody's wife. She raised you to be
Right.
independent. Then she raised
Right.
her son to be a softer man. So
That's true.
So look at the two of you. You go out in the world hard. Your brother goes out in the
Hmm.
world soft. And we wonder
Soft.
why these two
Yes.
groups can't get together.
You're right.
I was raised the same
You're
way.
right.
See, I had to actively fight against it. And here's the thing. I need black women to understand. We know you're not doing it on purpose, but it doesn't matter because black women raise the very men they cannot stand, these softer guys. So at
Hmm.
38 years old, do you have children yourself?
No.
Okay.
No.
So are you looking to get married or what?
No, if it's in God's plan, I don't rush nothing, no. It's
I,
just
I didn't hear
if the
you.
right person comes along, then hey, yes.
Now, you know who you're talking to. You talk to a girl like, oh, I can't see you. Do you want to be somebody's wife or not?
Yeah, yeah. I think that would be every woman's like, dream, right? To get married.
Well, but sis,
That's what we're here for.
but sis,
So
but sis, notice how even when I asked you the question, you were hesitant to double down on. It. You were like, I can't say that because that's just so unrealistic for me as a black woman.
Sorry that I hesitated, but yeah,
But
I
no, I
definitely want to get
understand it.
married
I
one day.
understand why.
Mhm.
Yes, I understand why you did it because it's like,
Mhm.
hell yeah, I want to be married just like everybody else in the world. But
Mhm.
see, and that's what hurts so many of our women because you won't go ahead and just say, yeah, I want to be married. Yeah, I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of this. Yes, I want all that. See,
Yeah.
if we can get you guys to admit that part, then we can have a
Mhm.
conversation. Then we can say, okay, if you know you want that, then what are you willing to bring to the table in order to get that from, because most black women don't want to work after they get married, especially after they have a child.
Mm.
I know, I mean,
I
go ahead.
I guess I agree with you on that one
I
in a
say
way.
when
I
I
have a lot
say
of friends
don't
on
want
here
to have
tonight
to work.
listening to your show. So, we have talks like this all the time.
Hmm?
And I agree with you on one part of that, and I agree and I don't,
Okay.
you
When I
know.
say don't want to
It
work,
depends.
what I mean is they don't want to have to work to pay significant bills.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. I don't mean you want to sit at home and live an unproductive life to where you just all are. What I mean is you want black women want their men to have 100% mindset to where he's taking care of everything. And she is not
Mhm.
required to go out and work to pay significant bills, although she will go
Right.
work to add to whatever he's already doing. But it's him that she wants to do everything. She wants to
Mm.
rest in that fact. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Do you agree with
Yeah, I
that?
agree with that.
And
I
that's
agree
all
with
I
that.
and I just said it a shortened way. I just said it a shortened way.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
see, so many black women were raised like you to where you have a hard time even um admitting some of these things because in the wrong places you'd be called a pick me. Women would call you a fool. Girl, you stupid. You want a man to take care of you? You get savage by saying a lot of this shit.
Mm. Well, I have real girlfriends that keep it real with me. I only
Okay.
keep real people around me,
Cool.
and they're honest with me. And I've never, I keep it real with them. I keep it 100 with them all the time too. So yeah, we admitted. I have admitted that before,
Mm-hmm.
and I know I wasn't called any names or anything. It was
Well,
just
you know what I
like, all
mean in
right,
general. I mean it just like in general, not around your people.
probably in general. Yeah,
So
yeah.
at being 38 years old, a lot of sisters think it's too late.
Mm, some of them do, some of them don't. Yeah,
So,
but I guess if you're talking in general, yeah, you're right.
well, if you want, so if that's what you want, how long have you known you wanted to be married?
Um, all my life, I guess. Yeah, since I was little.
Okay, and you went to college.
That's like I think that's every girl's childhood
Yeah.
dream, I would think.
Well,
You know,
the thing is, it is, but black women aren't
there
raised.
are very few women that I have met and spoke to that actually admitted to, no, I never want to get married.
Right.
Very few though.
But then when you ask
Yeah.
the follow up question, did your mother raise you to be a wife?
Mm. No, she didn't.
Right. So,
No.
are you a college educated sister?
Yes, I am.
All right. And what area of the country? Northeast, southwest?
I'm actually in the East.
Okay. So if you know since you're a
Yeah.
little girl that you would love to be married, um,
Hmm.
are you dating men on that level?
I'm not even dating right now.
Okay.
No.
Uh, care to share
No.
why?
Right now, I'm not even dating. No. Well, because I was at one point, and
Mm-hmm.
I was doing the online thing. It just wasn't working out,
Okay.
and I was like, you know what? Let me just get off this online thing. It got to be a little too much. And I was like, this is not. Mm.
Mm.
It wasn't. I guess from my point of view, I wasn't seeing the right type of men.
Yeah. Go ahead. Tell the
I
truth.
guess I was thinking that they were playing games,
Right.
like, but I get it. There's a lot of women out there, so there's a lot of
No.
competition, you know.
Hold on, guys.
So,
Get the likes up, and we're gonna need at least another 10 people to put something in the chat because we got something here. Okay.
Mhm.
Let me tell you one thing that I do know.
Okay.
Blake Henry and Blue Henry are not online.
Okay.
They're not. You know where they're at?
Where they're at?
They're out in the world killing shit.
Where are they at?
They're out in the world killing shit.
Oh Lord.
They're out in the world. They're out in
Those
the
are the
world
ones that are
fighting.
riots right now.
No. They're out in the world competing against other men. They're out working.
Oh, competing against other men.
Yeah,
Working.
Blake and
Okay.
Blue are out
All
putting
right.
in 16, 12, 16-hour days. They ain't online. The guys you find online, now I'm online, but I do it for a reason, because it's also as market research for my business. But you don't tend to find high stakes men there, just like you don't tend to find dime pieces online, because they got a plethora of men. So from what I'm hearing from you, you're a college educated sister. You know what you wanted, but yet in the East, are you in the tri-state area?
Yeah.
Okay, so very competitive up there, and you haven't been able to find the caliber of man you want. So it's almost like a lot of sisters in your with your demographic tend to kind of give up. It's like
that is true.
It's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I didn't find him in college for whatever reason, and then while all my white counterparts were getting married in their 20s and early 20s and going to baby showers and shit, we were talking about going on girl trips and such and so forth. Then you look up at 30 and it still hasn't happened, and you don't end that desire. But human nature is like this: when you touch a hot pot, you pull your finger back because it hurts. So when you keep touching relationships that don't work, you pull back. And what do? A lot of sisters go get additional degrees, double down in their careers, start doing this whole, girls trip or whatever. But all it tends to happen is they end up running more the clock out. And the closer you get to 40, you have more negative or unfulfilled experiences than you do fulfilled ones. So it's easy to sit back and say, well, it ain't happened to this point. Is it ever going to happen? I mean, no one wants to admit that out loud, but it's just a numbers thing. I mean, you're an intelligent woman. You can sit back and say, I'm closer to 40 than I'm 25. So when is it ever going to happen? And I will say this, that my mother was 51 when she got married. And she was
I have a friend that actually just got married at 50. So she was had the same mentality. Like, is it ever gonna happen? And it happened for her.
Right. So
I'm so happy for her.
What I'm getting,
so I don't give up. Like,
what I'm getting to is two things for sisters like you. One, when you run across, I'll just call them the Henrys. When you run across Keith Henry, can you judge him just based on him and not everything else? That's one. Number two, are you ready to stop fighting? Are you ready to go ahead and fall into it? Does that make sense?
Not fighting. What does that
means? It means that it's not uncommon for Black women, women in general, Black women in particular, to be very accomplished by this age.
Right. Okay.
Then you meet a guy like, say somebody like myself. I don't care about your money or anything else like that. If you're my woman, that doesn't matter. Would you be willing to reset the clock and be the woman you could have been at 23?
Yeah.
Then you're ready. And that's the thing. And see, you've heard women on my channel talk about, I didn't want to move. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do that.
I heard that one.
Somebody's going, think about it. You're almost 40. You're going to be looking for guys who are older than you because you want men. You're hypergamous. Let's be real. You're going to want them to have at least what you have, if not more, because you want to get into living this life that you haven't had for so long. All right. That means somebody's going to have to move. You got a house, he got a house. You got a brownstone, you're going to have to go. Things are going to have to be given up in quick order. And it's like, well,
we're going to have to make sacrifices.
Compromises. You don't want to make sacrifices.
I can't say.
Yeah, you don't want to make
compromises.
You don't want to make sacrifices
for what we want.
Sacrifices lead to resentment. Compromises means you're trying to win. Let's say I was on the Upper West Side and you're in the brownstone in Brooklyn. Okay,
Mhm.
you move it to the Upper East Side. That's where you're going.
Mhm.
I'm not going to Brooklyn. You're going to the Upper East Side because I'm putting in the 16-hour days. Okay,
Right.
but the net of it is you'll figure out how to live in Manhattan and do what it is. Now you'll see, and the thing is, a lot of times women get so into what if it don't work? Then I got to give all that up. That's the fear. Are you
Right.
willing to put the
I agree.
fear of it not working down? And that's why I always stress doing that mental work first and almost
Mhm.
resetting it back to being optimistic like you were when you were a younger woman.
Mm. I got you.
Got it? That's what a lot of
Yep.
men talk about when they talk about, are you ready? What do you bring to the table? Are you ready to give up the fight? And
Okay.
one thing, and hopefully, as more and more of these conversations start to be had, more women can start to see more men on their level having conversations with each other. Men having conversations with men, not having conversations with women. See, you can judge a lot by men by how we talk to one another. And that's what y'all really
Yeah.
do. When y'all see men working and building, y'all just lay back in the cut and say, he can say anything he wants to me because he's just trying to get in. But if he's over there working with somebody, okay, he's keeping it real with these dudes. Okay, those dudes stamp him as being an alpha male, a builder. Okay. Then you're more likely than not to lower your guard and actually let him do what he needs to do. Does that make sense?
Right.
That's
No,
what
it makes a lot of
that's what you
sense.
don't find online because it always feels like game
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
because you don't see it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
again, I'm not a dating coach. I'm an image consultant and a life coach, but I do have a lot of men around me and clients that are looking for the same kind of things you guys are looking for. And I found it interesting that you can't find him and he can't find you. But when men find
Yeah.
each other and start working together, women tend to find those spaces. That's why it's more women over here now.
Hmm.
She's 38 years old and proudly says she's completely self-reliant. She doesn't need a man to pay her bills or take care of her life. But in the very next breath, she says the right man should fight for her, pursue her relentlessly, and prove that she's worth the effort. She believes she's the prize, and it's a man's job to come find her. Kevin Samuels often challenged this mindset by asking one simple question: what makes you stand out from everyone else? Confidence is one thing, entitlement is another. She assumes that because she's independent, successful, and comfortable with her life, high-quality men should naturally pursue her. But relationships don't happen because one person believes they're the best. They happen because two people see value in each other and are both willing to invest. Kevin would often point out that successful men usually have choices. They're not simply looking for the woman who believes she's the prize. They're looking for compatibility, cooperation, respect, peace, and shared values. If a woman expects to be pursued while making little effort to create opportunities, she may spend years waiting for a relationship that never develops. Now at 38, she's still convinced the right man will eventually notice her, chase her, and prove himself worthy. But the hard question is this: is she waiting for reality to match her expectations, or is she expecting reality to adjust to her? Today we're breaking down self-reliance, entitlement, and why confidence alone isn't enough to build a lasting relationship.